It's a Sunday sit down that we all knew was coming. It was just a matter of when. And it's come today. Today's the day. Arsenal bottle it. So, before you bleed on the comment section, like just rattle it away. This is what I hate is that instead of listening to what I have to say first, a lot of people will immediately just go to the response as, you hate Arsenal, you were waiting on this day. And it wasn't that I was waiting on this day. Everyone in their right mind in the world of football who loves the game and follows it enough to make an intellectual argument as to why was expecting this to happen. Arsenal just, each year they find new ways of increasing a level of optimism around the Emirates Stadium just before they really get tested. And I'm not saying they weren't tested. Like, going 14 games, whatever, unbeaten was phenomenal. Their first loss was only a couple of games ago. But my point is, it's the importance, it's the timing, it's what they fell short against. They fell short against teams that were mentally, physically stronger than them on that day. I'm not saying Man City are mentally, physically even better than Arsenal. They're actually, I think, worse than Arsenal at the moment. But this is a Manchester City team who was so weakened, so fragile, there for the taking, embarrassed by Leicester City. Get a victory against Watford, great, they're back on track. But they have the same fundamental problems at the back, and Arsenal did not. And I'm just trying not to go overboard because I don't want to make this seem like it's a rip Arsenal apart rant, because I'm trying to be logical, but that is shite. That is shite. Arsenal fans should be pissed. They shouldn't look at this the way people did look after Everton. Rightfully so. It was a one-off loss apparently, but it's the significance of this game. You beat Manchester City. You prove that you have the mental toughness to remain at the top. You keep the pressure on Chelsea, who are just dragging out 1-0 victories. I'll take that one now. I'll take that 1-0. That was the chant that Arsenal used to sing. Those fans used to sing 1-0 to the Arsenal during their Invincibles era. And that's what's needed. Arsenal showed this season, specifically against Stoke, that they could do it. They showed in the Champions League away against Ludogorets that they could go in and get tough results against weaker opponents. But then they come up against teams like Manchester United and Manchester City, two teams that are there for the taking. And they've took 1 point from the two of them. You won't get a better chance to play arguably one of the worst Manchester City sides that we've seen in a bit. This isn't to rip Man City. I'm trying to just emphasise that Arsenal fans, while some of them will go to the level of protection, I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you because this year, last year, both of those years combined are going to be years that we're going to look back on 5-6 years from now and be like, that was their chance. Because there will not be this inconsistent Premier League campaigns every single year. After a little bit, the way Chelsea are playing, don't be surprised if they go forward, become a dominant team. Manchester United are bound to come back to the top of their game and to go through a somewhat dominant era. Manchester City are going to consistently spend. Arsenal are at a disadvantage. You've got a manager who, albeit if he resigns this year, likes to play things by his account and no one else's. You don't spend anywhere near enough or as important enough on the big name players. Yeah, you've got Alexis Sanchez and Ozil, but you need to build around those guys. You don't spend enough in comparison to what Manchester City do. They spend too much. But at the end of the day, they've got a Premier League trophy to say that, since they've started doing that. Chelsea will spend a lot until they get there. So I'm not saying it's fair, but Arsenal have to take advantage of these moments and these campaigns that are inconsistent. They're bipolar. No one knows what to do. No one knows how to take control apart from Chelsea at the moment. Liverpool right there as well, but no one really knows. The same as last year. Everyone was kind of looking at Leicester like, are they going to go all the way? No, they can't go all the way. They've not got the money. They've not got the mentality. They've not got the talent that we have. No, they had mental toughness. That's where Arsenal lack. And that can be bought because you need to get mentally tough players in there that are going to deliver for you and they're going to grind out these results. It wasn't an awful Arsenal performance, as I'm saying. It's weird that I'm doing this video whilst I have a lot of hope for Arsenal and think that they have a great chance for the rest of the season if they buck up their acts. But 6 points dropped in a vital point of the season where you could be keeping the pressure on Chelsea going in to the new year. Now Chelsea are 9 points away. This is a Chelsea team that just look like they have nothing to lose. They have no European distraction. Antonio Conte's belief in Diego Costa and Diego Costa's belief in Antonio Conte runs straight up to him after another stereotypical Costa goal to win a game. I've got you. That's what he's saying basically. I've got you, you've got me. Arsenal players Had to step up today. Ozil wasn't good enough, but I'm not going to heap all the criticism on him. Alexis Sanchez, a few moments of brilliance. Walcott does his job. He's not a star striker, but he got in and he got a goal. So it was just, I was really disappointed in Hector Bellerin today. I don't know why. Like, he's been so dominant for Arsenal. He's been a fantastic right back. Rightfully so. A lot of teams trying to get his signature, but he was just caught sleeping against a player who's way overrated in Leroy Sané, who deserves some credit today. He had a good game. I watched him firsthand against Glasgow Celtic. He did nothing against Lustig, but he gave Hector Bellerin the runaround today. David Silva, beautiful ball in, some inclination for him being offside for Raheem Sterling's goal. So there is some complaints to be made. And Arsene Wenger, standard Arsene Wenger, the same thing that he did last year, where I went crazy, is he deflected away from a result because he talked about the spending of the other teams. And in this example, he talks about the referees. They're protected like lions, I think he said. Let me get his exact quote, because I don't want to be quoted out of context here. As I pull up Arsenal, Arsene Wenger. Referees are protected like lions. I don't think lions are that protected. I mean, we did just see a guy shoot a lion and then get ripped apart. So I don't know what you mean. But are they going to lose this title again? Because it's theirs for the taking. It's theirs for the taking, and it's hard to do this video to come in here and be like, no, they need to do this, this, and this, because I don't know. I don't know what they need to do. I think they just bottled it. That's the only thing I can say, is they bottled it again. And it's, whilst they laugh at the face of Spurs and how they bottle it when they have the chance to try and finish ahead of them and how many years running that's been on, but they looked a little brittle today. They looked like they cracked under the pressure. And that's where, in the history of Arsenal, we've seen that's what we know now of Arsenal, is that they're going to break at some point. It's just a matter of when. And I don't think it could have came at a worse time. It's like losing a goal just before half-time. We're going into half now, going into the end of the year. That's where you want to be coming out. It's still theirs for the taking, but I just wanted to do this solely reactionary video, just kind of being as honest as I can and trying not to be biased, because I'm not biased. I like Arsenal. I do. As much as people are like, no, you fucking don't, you Scottish twat. They've not had any good Scottish players. Well, still, I hope that they bounce back. I do. I hope this is a tight campaign that goes forward. Chelsea still look fantastic to me. Manchester United get a couple of goals. Zlatan 16 now for the season. I loved it when the reporter asked him, Zlatan, when you were through that 5-game stretch were you nervous that you're never going to score? And he went, I have scored 450 goals. I do not get nervous. I must break you. And on that awful impersonation, I'll take you home. Please leave the comments. I'm going to do my best to interact. I want to know what Arsenal fans think. I just want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. Thanks.